Good afternoon, everyone. Good afternoon. What a beautiful day it is on today. And today is Friday. Isn't that wonderful? That's just wonderful. Well, I am Portia Wheatley. I am the founder and the president of a nonprofit organization acknowledged as Trophy of Life Incorporated, where we have the opportunity, the privilege, the honor, and most of all, the assignment to render hope, encouragement, and inspiration to you, our audience, all across the world. We just love doing that, and we're going to continue until we can complete our assignment. Let me take a moment to bring in my co-host.
Hello, hello. My name is Takira and I'm so happy to be here with you today. Before we get started with our two amazing, beautiful guests, I want to remind you to please go to our YouTube page, like, share, subscribe, because when you do that, you help us bring hope, encouragement, and inspiration to the entire world.
To the entire world. I just like to kind of like double up on what she said. You know, that statement, what she said. And you become a part of our team. I enjoy that. And I know there are many people that have come on board to help us spread hope, encouragement, and inspiration throughout the world just by coming in, sharing, liking, commenting. And believe me, we get feedback how it is a blessing across the world. So we're grateful for that. Well, today, at the close of another week, on Fridays, it's kind of like, whew. And it seems as though, well, some people have it where they don't have as much of a workload on Fridays, and other people, it's like, I can't take another thing on my plate on a Friday. But today we're gonna woosah. We're gonna bring it in, inhale, exhale. We're getting ready for the weekend. But during the week, there's so much that come upon us, situations with our family, on our job, in the community, politics. There are births and there are deaths. And we've been inundated with quite a few deaths lately. And there are times when you just get to the point and you just say, I just don't feel like it. Mm-hmm. So Takira and I are going to tap into some of these statements that either we have to make or we're afraid to make, but we need to make. And one of those statements is, I don't feel like it. Another one, the word no, N-O. And another that we're going to tap into, not today. As simple as that, not today. But I just wanted you to be in a place where if you're feeling overwhelmed, and you feel that you just can't take anymore for that particular day, it's okay to say, I don't feel like it. I don't feel like going here. I don't feel like going there. I don't feel like doing this. I just don't feel like it. Because when you have to pay attention to your body, of course. A lot of times that can bring on stress, and we don't want to do that. This temple is the temple of the Holy Spirit, and we want to take care of that. Even in our emotions, we want to take care of that. Do not let people overwhelm you. And I know situations can overwhelm you as well, but every now and then, not every now and then, you really do always have to take control of the situation. Take control of your emotions. Take control of what you're thinking. Take control of what you're feeling. And if you don't feel like it, don't do it. Don't do it, because if we continue to do what we don't want to do, we're going to explode. And we don't want to do that, because usually when we do explode, we explode on the wrong person.
Right.
And once those words are out there in the atmosphere, it's hard to take them back. Even when you go back and say, I'm sorry, those words are sometimes etched in our mind. We may forgive you, but those words, because out of your heart, those are the words that's going to come out of your mouth. Okay. So it's like, I just don't feel like it. And that's one of the things that, let's say that, not, how do I want to say it, that happened today. Well, more so it happened yesterday. Just going through my regular routine of the day and a couple of other things that I had to do. And, we're on day 218.
Woo!
218 consecutive days. And it got to the point I just couldn't talk to another person. I just couldn't schedule another person. And I said, I just don't feel like doing it. So I stepped back, inhale, exhale, regrouped, let Takira and I bring a message of where we are today.
Mm-hmm.
And I think it's going to be okay. I believe it's going to be okay, just because I didn't feel like it and I didn't. Mm-hmm. But it's okay because I've regrouped. Tomorrow, I'm back in the saddle again. What you think, Takira? I just don't feel like it.
I definitely agree with you. And I think there was a good thing for you to say, you know what? I'm just gonna take a moment and take a breather. A lot of times, there's just so much we can say on this, because this happens to every single person, no matter who you are. Let's talk about this part first. So when you are given an assignment, or if you agree and commit to an assignment in ministry, any type of commitment, it doesn't have to be in ministry, anything you said, okay, I'm going to take on this task, and you get to a point where you're like, whew, this task is a lot, or, this is more than I thought, or not what I thought it was going to be, or I'm too tired, or, you just need to just step back and take a moment. It's better to do that because that's what you feel, rather than to force yourself to keep going and it not end up what it's supposed to be. So the product you're trying to produce could be, lackluster. The assignment that you're supposed to do, the people that you're supposed to affect may not happen the way it's supposed to, because in your heart, you're weary, you're tired. And the thing is God knows that we can get that way. And it's okay to take a breather. It doesn't mean, that we're going to stop the assignment, or we're going to, just quit. But you're only human, and humans need to take a break. And some of you out there need to hear that, because I am all for being Wonder Woman and being Superman out there. But you have to realize that at the end of the day, unless you know something that I don't, you are still a human being, and human beings need rest, not just physically, but mentally, and here. So I feel like when you said, I just don't feel like it, it's okay. Because also, especially with our assignment, I'm not just talking about with Project 365. I hope you all can understand that I'm talking about everything. I don't care if it's with your job, with your family, your husband, your wife, your kids. Like, those are things that you make a commitment to. And I know, especially with kids and dealing with people, or your spouse, sometimes you just do not feel like it. It's okay to step away and prevent a catastrophic event from happening, especially when you're dealing with people, because people are people, and people sometimes get on your nerves. So you need to take a break. So I definitely agree with you on that one.
Well, especially when you're dealing with the public, people can get on your nerves. Woo! But it's amazing. And it's amazing how God gives you as Archbishop Ralph Dennis say, God gives you the grace for your assignment.
Yes.
And even with I just don't feel like it, but just know you can't drop the ball. Though you don't feel like it, because you have committed yourself to do a particular job, you just can't drop the ball and not do anything. That's why Takira and I are still here, because we've committed to you, the world, to bring you a message of hope, encouragement, and inspiration for 365 consecutive days. Whether we're sick, headache, not feeling well, or whatever the case may be, we're going to make sure, if it is not us, it will be someone on this platform who is capable and qualified to bring you a message of hope, encouragement, and inspiration.
Yes.
Well, Just know that you got to follow through. Got to follow through. Just because it don't feel like it, we're not going to drop it. You just can't drop it. Okay, make sure we got that clear.
And and I'm glad you said that. And also, I just want to add, it's okay not to agree to do something because you don't feel like it. And most of the times I've learned in life that it's better not to agree to do something when you don't feel like it, because you're not being, your heart's not in it. When your heart's not in something, it doesn't matter what it is, whether it's volunteering, whether it's, let's take cooking for an example. You ever had somebody somebody make you something to eat and oh, I can tell they did not feel like making this today, versus someone who loves to cook, or like, oh, I want to make you something. The product is two different things. And with that small example, that's how it is with everything, whether you're volunteering to serve someone, making someone something, going to your job. The product that you put out when your heart is not in it is completely different than when you are so dedicated and you want to be there. So I'd rather, this is what my mom used to always tell me, I'd rather you just say you don't want to do it if you don't feel like it. But that's a really good thing to do, and to realize that it's okay if you don't want to do something, that you do not have to do it. And I feel like our society puts so much pressure on us that you have to do something, like you have to do it. No, you really don't. If you don't want to do it, don't do it. That's a healthy thing. And that goes into our next thing of saying no. It's okay to say no. It's okay. And as a matter of fact, we're going to practice right now. Miss Portia, ask me something.
Takira, would you let's say, I'm gonna ask a good one.
Jesus.
Would you come and cook dinner for me tonight?
No, I can. No. Mm-mm. And that was a good one, because I would say, oh, I will come cook dinner for you. No, but tonight, guess what? I am tired. I am tired right now. And what time is it? It's only 1 something. I am tired right now. I went to work this morning. And guys, listen, when you say no to people, you don't have to give a reason. You don't have to give an excuse. You don't have to explain yourself to anybody. So the answer is no. And it's okay to do that. And I don't know how, because I thought it was just me, like, or maybe it's just me, how I grew up, or, things I've gone through in life. But why do we always feel like we have to explain ourselves to someone when we say no? Now, that is a good question. I don't have the answer to that, because, then people start expecting, like, oh, well, you said no, well, why can't you? You don't need to know why. No, the answer is no. If I say, hey, Miss Portia, can I borrow $100 right now? And she says no. Right. I don't have to say, well, how come? It's none of my business. The answer is no. It's okay. And I think we also have to learn to be okay with the answer of no when someone tells us no. Because if you can learn to be okay with that, I'm telling you, you'll go way further in life, not being offended by a no.
By a no. And do not feel guilty for it. You can't feel guilty for it.
Don't feel guilty.
No is a complete sentence. No.
Mm-hmm.
It's amazing. Mm-hmm. And I know, because of relationships with individuals, you may feel bad saying no. Now, if you just don't have, I don't know, there may be I'm sure there are good reasons for saying no, but as Takira said, you don't have to give a explanation, especially if you are a person of integrity.
Yeah.
They should know that if you said no, there's a reason behind it without having to say mm-hmm. what it is. But just be comfortable. You can start to practice, especially if you're a yes person. Yeah. You're just going to frustrate yourself if you feel like you have to say yes to so-and-so all the time. Mm-hmm. Yeah. So practice saying no. With good intentions. I say that with good intentions. Yeah. Because if it's something that you always saying no to when you could, now that's different. When you could, but when you have reason to say no, don't feel guilty about it. God sees your heart. Yeah. He does. He sees your heart when he know you could have, or you should have, and you would have, but no. Oh, no one asked me anything yet. Oh, sorry about that. Anyway, not last but not least, let's talk about just a 2-word statement. Not today. Not today. And there's 2 ways you can take that. 2 ways you can take that. Not today, because I mean, without giving an explanation, but not today, because I have so much on my plate today. Not today, because I have to go here, have to go there, whatever. Not today. And then that's when you're in a good state of mind. But the other not today is like, you don't want to come my way today. Not to see how you turn your head.
And you know exactly what that means.
Either one. And then you just like my good friend Marie, Elder Marie Muzan. Let me put it out there, because there may be hundreds of Maries. This one is for Elder Marie Muzan. She can make a statement, and if it's not in her favor, it's something about that one eyebrow that goes
that
up.
she lifts up.
That's it. Yeah. Look, so if she says no, or even if she says not today, when that eyebrow go up, just move out of the way. Just move
out of the way.
Yeah, because but just as lovable as she can be, and will go out of her way umpteen times to do for you. But when she says no, just honor it. It's not just her, but anybody when they say no. But not today. Now, so you have to really figure out which one is the people, are the people saying it from a state of mind of not today with the eyebrow up, or not today, sweetie, or, with the sweetie behind it without saying not today. So I just want you to know that when you can say, I don't feel like it, when you can say no or not today, it helps you to keep your peace, your peace of mind. And then if you continue to do what you don't want to do, say some things you don't want to say, you become frustrated. You really do become frustrated, because you're thinking, I should not have done. I should not have said yes. I should not have whatever. And then sometimes those negative emotions can spill over, not on just you, but also into the family. When you become so overwhelmed, now your children are, I can't say reaping that answer that you gave to that individual when you should have said something else, or your spouse, or your partner,
or your friends, anyone who's close to you. Yeah. And honestly, I think, well, if we had to do like a topic, if we were preaching, our subtopic is boundaries. Like, it's okay to create boundaries, because this goes right along with it. And we have to be okay with those boundaries that people are setting. If someone says, no, I don't feel like it, not today, you have to be okay with that. You have to be okay with setting that boundary between whatever's going on, and not feeling guilty about it, not feeling like, oh, I don't know. No. Stand firm in what you say. Say what you mean and mean what you say. And then on the other side, you have to be okay with the person who said no to you, and not even read into it more. I know a lot of times when you're dealing with people just in general, you never can control what people think, and you can't control how people perceive things. But one thing you can do is control your actions, your feelings, the way you come across. So if you come across with a heart of gold and you have pure intentions, then I always just say, I was just praying to, like, God, please, please let my intentions come across to that person, because I could say, oh, not today. And if they're having a bad day, or oh, Takira said not today. No, I didn't say not today. I said not today. It's a completely different thing, and I have to be okay with if someone took my not today in the wrong way, because at the end of the day, I did what's best for me. And that's all we want you to do, is you know, a part of self-care is setting boundaries for yourself and knowing your limits and knowing when you need to take a break, need to take a breather, and being the best you that you can be. And like I said, you're only human unless someone has super like secret superpowers and no one told me because I would want some and you didn't share anything so I can have superpowers too. We're all human, okay? So you have to set those boundaries and it's okay. It really
Yeah.
is okay.
And when you set those boundaries, you're guarding your soul, your mind, your spirit. It all comes into play, and it tells the story without you saying a word, because your actions speak louder than your words. Actually,
Yes.
when you think about it, it speaks, and the world is watching. Those believers that say you profess Christ, the world is watching to see how we handle situations. And when we get to the point that things are overwhelming for us, and don't forget, the world is watching how we portray or how we act on situations that are occurring in our lives. It's a message in it. I encourage you, guard your spirit.
Yeah.
Guard, just many things are going on in this world, but guard your spirit. As Takira said, set boundaries. And some of those boundaries are, okay, that's enough TV for today. We don't have to make everything so deep, mystical, and spiritual.
Yeah.
We're spirit beings, but we don't have to, make it so, turn the TV off. I have to study my Bible 24/7. That don't even make sense, because you have to take time to sleep. But when you are able to guard your spirit, your soul, your body, your body, because there are things that you have to take care of as it pertains to your body. I'm just grateful. And again, I encourage you to guard your spirit, your soul, your body, and everything else that relates to your well-being. Yes. It helps. Got to practice it. And you may have to step back from a few things. You can't go everywhere with your girlfriend. You can't go everywhere with the boyfriend. Sometimes no, I'm not even gonna say that, but it is what it is. It is what it is, I tell you. But when you actually step back, you feel energized because you're able to regroup and start again, on the good foot. Get off on the good foot. Okay. So Takira, you have anything else to say about, I just don't feel like it? No, or not today?
Well, actually, I don't, but I do have something to say if you don't mind. It's completely unrelated, but I have to say thank you to someone if you don't mind. Okay, so we have a little story time, guys. Story time. Okay, so I just want to talk really briefly on random acts of kindness, because I received a random act of kindness and I do not know if this person's ever going to see this. I'm probably going to have to just make a short little thank you clip and put it on social media, and maybe one day somewhere in this universe she'll get it. So I went to Chick-fil-A, guys, the other day because I said to my family, I don't feel like it. I can't cook today. So I had to set that boundary because I was exhausted. So I said, you know what? I'll go to Chick-fil-A and get you guys something for dinner, and then we'll all eat that together. Okay. So I went to Chick-fil-A, I got in the drive-thru, which I usually don't do. I used to just order it on my phone and pick it up. Went in the drive-thru and I placed my order. Now I'm ordering food for like 5 people, my whole family. So after I placed my order, the girl taking my order says, oh, the car in front of you said they're going to pay for you. So I said, whoa, no, don't do that. I said, because she probably thought I was going to get like, a chicken sandwich, a milkshake or something. And that's it. Like, she doesn't know I ordered food for my entire family for dinner. Like, we're all eating for dinner. And she said, well, I mean, just go to the window or something. They'll work it out. So I'm like, okay. So I was like, skirt. Like, I was like, let me hurry up. I have my card in my hand because I definitely appreciated the gesture. But I'm like, I'm not going to make someone spend a whole family's worth of Chick-fil-A money when they thought they were just paying for someone's milkshake. So I go to the window and I have my card ready. I pull my windows down and I said, she didn't pay for my food, did she? And she said, actually, and this is a young girl who, no, and such a testimony because nobody understood why she did it. She said, actually, she did. And she said, to be honest, when she pulled around, I said, listen, lady, you don't have to do this. Okay. Like, do you want to pay for this? Because it's this amount. And she said the girl took her food, which was only $11, what her food cost. And she said, she looked at her and said, it's okay, go ahead. And then she paid for food for my entire family. And that right there, like, really made my day. Like, I could like tear up because she doesn't even know that when I was going to pick up that food, I was in a really sad place. I was already tired from work. I just found out that a good friend of the family had passed away. So I was just sad. I was just like, oh man, God, like, this is not like the world. I said, the world is rough. I said, this is not cool. And for someone to be kind like that for something so small made my whole night. And I mean, it changed my whole attitude. I woke up the next morning. I was excited. I was like, man, I'm going to work. I was happy. Just because, and it's not because, oh, she paid for my food. It's because someone still has a heart out there. Someone was still nice enough to say, even though this person ordered all this stuff, and I was trying to let them know too, like, listen, they didn't tell me in the beginning that you were paying for it because I didn't want her to think, oh, they order all this food because I'm paying for it. No, I placed my order and then they told me you were going to pay for my food. And either way, it was okay because it worked out in my favor, worked out in her favor. And I'm just praying that God just give her a bunch of blessings that she needs, that she wants. Like, just let her have a prosperous life because she's being generous and giving from the heart. So I don't know who you are. I know I overheard them though. Your name is Denise. Okay, so if Denise, you have a white car, you were driving a white car in the Chick-fil-A line in Abington, Maryland. If you ever see this, I just want to say thank you so much. Your kind gesture made my day. And these are the kind of things I live for. And I just want to encourage our viewers to do something kind for someone. You don't even have to pay for anything, but just do something kind. Someone drops something, pick it up, say, have a nice day. You never know what a kind gesture can do for someone. Someone can be on their last leg and just ready to give up, but you saying hello or, hey, you know what? I'll buy you coffee, or smiling. I mean, we wear masks now, but you can still see, smile with your eyes. We can still see when someone's being kind. It really does just make our day. So Denise, thank you so much. I definitely appreciated it. And I know I'm going to pay it forward. I mean, I'm always like nice to people, but I've been like extra kind to people just so they'll know, like, listen, there's still people out here who care. So thank you.
That was beautiful. That was beautiful. Yeah, there are some things we just have to start to practice. There are people in the world that's never done that. Yeah. But if we can share a act of kindness, that means a lot. That goes a long ways to someone who may be down that particular time like you were. So yeah, let's do what we can do to spread love, to spread kindness, to spread hope, encouragement, and inspiration. Inspiration. So you just inspired. Look how many people across the world that you've inspired to do an act of kindness. Never think your gesture is so small, because God honors it and he's going to make it to be a blessing here, there, and everywhere. All right. Well, tomorrow, get ready for the voice of the next generation. We have a young lady that's coming to you. And I ask that you would you just share this with another young person? This young lady, I do believe she is probably 18 or so. I don't even think she may be 18, but she has a wonderful message to share with our youth. So if you can, I know you can, do this, share this. Not even if you want to share today, of course, we want you to share that. But tomorrow, the voice of the next generation, we have to get this word out to our young people. All right. Thank you so much for joining us on today. We will definitely see you tomorrow at 1 p.m. Blessings to you.